What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here with another video. Make sure you like the video. Let's get it to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Thomas Tuchel is set to become the new England boss. Yes, the 51-year-old German has become, or is set to become, the new England boss. Can you believe it, people? Manchester United linked with him in the summer. Over. Any links now? Over. Ineos hype. Any chance of us sacking this manager and getting potentially a man who, let's be honest, has got a good cup CV, you know, a decent pedigree as a manager, been at some big clubs, but now that is over. United might well be stuck with Ten Hag for a little bit longer than you think. But we are here. Fabrizio Romano. Breaking news. Thomas Tuchel has completed the agreement to become the new England manager. Terms agreed. Contract to be signed with an official statement expected soon. Tuchel opened the doors to England job in July, and it's now a done deal as Times reported. Here we go. Can you believe that, guys? Thomas Tuchel is set to become the new England manager. The first time we've had a foreign manager since, I believe, Capello, which is way back in, 2007. After that, we had McLaren. After that, we had Roy Hodgson. After that, we had Gareth Southgate. So this is the first foreign manager since Capello. Tuchel, England, is it going to work? First and foremost, just giving my opinion in terms of what it means for United. I mean, boy. We had a chance to sack this manager this summer. They didn't come to an agreement. He apparently wanted more control. He apparently maybe wanted a better financial package. He didn't want to come to Man United in the summer. Ineos, especially Jim Ratcliffe, failed to deliver. They couldn't get the man. After negotiating, after meeting in Monaco, after meeting him wherever, they couldn't come to negotiation for Thomas Tuchel. And listen, I've not been a big fan of Thomas Tuchel throughout his whole career, but what I will say is that he's a better manager than Erik ten Hag. Listen, Dortmund did well, won a few cups over there, went to PSG, won the League a couple of times over there, got to a Champions League final, which, let's be honest with you, they should have won against Hansi Flick's Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich went on to win the treble, fair enough. But on that day, I remember PSG were the better team. Then goes to Chelsea, and let's be honest, he doesn't do a bad job over there, even though people say the style of football wasn't great, etc., etc. Won the Champions League with them. I think he got to the FA Cup final, did he get to? I'm not sure, but got them to the Champions League final and won it with Timo Werner, Havertz, Mason Mount. A very young team at that time. Then goes to Bayern Munich, and let's be honest with you, he wins the league title over there, but bottles it nearly. He nearly just about bottles it on the final day. Dortmund bottle it, they end up winning it by default. But then the next season, they lose it to Bayer Leverkusen. But there's a catch here. Apparently, they had one of their best seasons as a Bayern Munich team. And it was just because Bayer Leverkusen had an amazing unbeaten. When you look at it, the stats, I think they accumulated the highest points. You know what I mean? The goals, they were firing on all cylinders. They just met against a better opposition, and that was Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen. But there is a lot of buts. There was a lot of things that were stopping me from thinking that maybe Tuchel was the guy. I'm looking at his actual, football style, and I look at the way he ends at all of his clubs. I just don't know if there was, for me, a hesitation. But then I was like, F the hesitation. We're dealing with Ten Hag. We're dealing with an absolute, the rest. Gives with a T. Funny enough, I called Tuchel. You know what I mean? But now, I actually have to differentiate the two. I have to give one of them a bit more respect. Because one isn't a Taliban. One is actually something else that I can't say on YouTube. But you get the point, don't you? And I think to myself, Tuchel under England, in the way that we're going to play, tactically, I don't know who's better than Tuchel. Like, when you actually deep it, tactically, against the best in the world, Guardiola barely lost a game. When you're looking at Klopp, always stood toe-to-toe. In the big games, I remember Chelsea being very, very kind of almost resolute and tough to beat and, you know, a tough cookie. 3 at the back with Rudiger, and they had a system, they had an identity, and you know what? They were doing things against the top 6. It was just, again, you know, they couldn't really mount a real serious title challenge. But they came respectable third, I think, for me. Highest finish under with Chelsea. And obviously Todd Bowley, the way it ended, it never really should have ended, should it really, under Todd Bowley. So there are mitigating circumstances around his kind of departures and the way he's kind of moved. Even the way you look at Bayern, there was a lot of backroom changes. Oliver Kahn had left, and there was so many kind of problems he had to deal with at Bayern Munich. But all in all, there are some shortcomings with Thomas Tuchel. Don't get me wrong, but all in all, he's a good manager. He's a decent manager that will stabilize your club. He will add to your club, and then you move on maybe. Maybe it's a 3-year plan with Tuchel. That's how long he stayed at most clubs. 3 years before he's kind of petered out. You know, and England, they've got the World Cup in what? 2 years' time? Build for 2 years, maybe then go again for the Euros. You know what I'm saying to you? Maybe that's the kind of, maybe the plan that Thomas Tuchel will be given. But as for now, United is over. And that is, I mean, how many more coaches are left? How many more are left, guys? I'm looking around and I'm like, yo, Thomas Frank. I don't even know. Who's around? Who's around, guys? Who the hell is around? I'm looking around. People are saying to me, Thomas Frank today. I mean, with all due respect, Nagelsmann, again, he's going to be chilling now. I mean, we're in trouble. I can't lie. We're in trouble, you know. We're in trouble. United, managers-wise, it's not going to be a name anymore. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be a name. But boy, it's going to be tough, this. This is going to be tough. It really, really is going to be tough, this. And, yeah, man. He's moved to England, got exciting team. You know, Big Steve said he ain't going to watch England anymore, but I'm sure he will do. But he's got a baseline to work with. He's going to work with Harry Kane, who he was at with Dortmund. He's the one he signed himself. And he's got some Bellinghams in there. Like, he'll have a good team to work with. Will England go to a back 3 now with this system? Mason Mount, does he go back into the fold now? I mean, he loved Mason Mount when he was there, so he loved Rashford apparently as well. So will Rashford get a second chance? You know, we'll have to see. We will have to see. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And England are set to appoint Thomas Tuchel as a new England boss. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.